right. We're going to talk about Marvel vs. Capcom 4. It's so timely, and you're going to hear this in the nick of it, in the nick of timely.
Oh, thank God you didn't go with a racial slur there.
No, wait, are you actually planning to upload this before the reveal tomorrow?
Because you mentioned it, I feel like you were right. It's a good idea.
Yeah.
So, I think that's what I'm going to try to do. I think it's a good idea.
Somebody kill the snake.
Do we need to take a vote? What do you guys think? Is it a good idea?
I think it's a good idea.
I vote nay on Smoke Man. Keep him out of it.
What is that?
Wait, what are we voting on?
That's not what we're voting for. How soon this should go up.
Oh, I thought we were voting on Smoke
Random
Man
shots
being a part
fired.
of it.
Hey, everybody! We got some people in the house. In case you guys can't hear, we got like lots of people in here because
I'm just saying, no gingers.
this is a.
We can have one ginger, just not multiple. No homers. Anyways.
Who's Ginger? I don't even know.
Ginger was my pet dog that died.
Well,
So when's Marvel?
We called her the Big Ginger.
Shut up! When's Marvel?
okay. Look, I'm Django. Temp is in here, I think.
Yeah, I'm around.
There he
I'm
is.
in the proximity.
And then we're also joined by everybody else on the Nethercast. You guys know
Oh,
the
fuck this.
drill.
We're doing the Nethercast. This is now a Nethercast episode.
Welcome to the Warrior Cast.
Welcome
to the Nether Shrine.
The Nether Shrine.
I am Black Cyborg, joined as
more
always
sexual.
by
Nether
Nether,
Shrine.
Tell me about your
Hello.
Nether Shrine.
temporary username, and Razor's Edge. How you doing today, guys? This is
Michael
episode
Buffer couldn't be in
49.
Marvel vs. Capcom 4, so I'm not sure why you're doing his voice.
But
Marvel was
Michael
like,
Buff-
listen,
Michael
you guys
Buffer's
can
in-
make Marvel vs. Capcom 4, but you can't include Michael Buffer.
Hey, could you please not talk during my intro?
Fox owns
Thanks.
Michael Buffer.
You're really ruining
Yes.
the intro.
I wish to worship at the Nether Shrine.
We're actually talking about Marvel vs. Capcom 4. Guys, Temp, where are you?
I'm right here.
All right.
I'm around.
It's your job at this point to tell me what I'm talking about.
I could try.
Okay.
Basically, there's been a lot of leaks. There was a fake logo that leaked. We proved that was fake. But this all started with Ono teased Akuma, and then Ono said, hey, we never said it was a Street Fighter V character. And then, I think even a few days before that, Capcom came out and said, listen, guys, we're not making Marvel vs. Capcom 4, okay? And everyone's kind of looking at each other saying, why would we think that? We literally had no reason to believe that. So everyone's fucking confused. Then all these leaks happened. Then, apparently, NeoGAF had some really good sources, quote-unquote good sources. And NeoGAF is right from time to time that Marvel 4 is in development and it'll be basically revealed at the PlayStation Experience. And then Maximilian made a lot of videos. So that's kind of where we're at right now.
Well, so the latest news, as far as I know, is two items. One of them is that the X-Men are supposedly going to be stricken from the roster, because that's what
Rumor.
Marvel does now, because Fox owns the movie rights.
It's just a
And-
rumor.
It is
I
just
think
a
the
rumor.
exact verbiage was downplayed. I don't know if they said removed, but downplayed, I think, is what they said. So I thought we may get Wolverine and no one else.
They've come
Fair
to the
enough.
right place if we're talking about downplay. I like it.
All right. The second point is that the game will actually just be called Marvel vs. Capcom. It won't have a 4 on it. It's going to be like an engine reboot. They're going back to 2 characters instead of 3.
Back
Because
to
when you
life.
downgrade from 3 to 2, you don't call it 4. You advertise it as a fresh new direction for go fuck yourself.
Just don't call it a reboot, because did any of these games ever have... Oh, God, I made
Well,
a mistake.
the
Let's not
reboot
talk about
doesn't
lore.
have
Let's not talk
lore
about
to it,
lore.
Tango.
Let's not do it. No, sorry.
Marvel vs. Capcom has no lore at all. They've never had anything close to a story. It has never attempted to make any sense of anything. Don't worry.
I made a mistake. I'm so sorry.
Cyber Akuma was canon. Totally canon.
I saw Ruby Heart fight Abyss Razor, so I think you're a little off there.
I don't even know where Ruby Heart's from.
Nothing. She was made just for that game, just like Abyss, and they fought. It was awesome.
Do you even know what Amingo's power level is, bro?
Now that's a good one. Where the fuck did Domingo come from?
Created for the game.
Oh,
Can I get a can of Mountain Dew as a playable character?
That little robot from Transformers 1 that fired Mountain Dew cans. Yes, why not? Anything can happen.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the wrong studio has the rights to that too, so Marvel will want to downplay Mountain Dew Robot.
Mountain Punch. Mountain Punch.
I'm just a fan of those
They're
commercials.
not striking
Mountain
the
Dew,
Decepticons from the
yum.
roster, but they are downplaying them.
It is interesting, like, this whole story has, like, it was Marvel versus Capcom 4, and that's a big deal because no one thought that was ever going to happen because of, every reason in the world. But then it's like, everywhere I look on the internet, especially right now, because the announcement's allegedly going to happen later today because it's midnight Central Time. The biggest story is like X-Men not in Marvel vs. Capcom 4. That's the thrust of the whole thing.
Downplayed.
No. Listen, clickbait websites do not use the word downplay. That's not interesting. No, the news stories that are making the internet is fucking murdered, gone from the world. X-Men are dead. Marvel vs. Capcom 4.
I would click that.
Got him.
I did click that. I clicked that lots of times.
Yeah, I clicked the
bait,
shit
you
out of
clicked it.
that.
So
I didn't know what happened next.
here's the question,
find
though.
My little worm.
One
The
of
trap.
boys.
Tiny dick.
No, we're not talking about dick this podcast. We'll do that.
Another shrine.
I'm just excited about Injustice.
We'll do that in
Here's a
Injustice. We will.
tiny nether
Don't worry.
shrine.
This time we're talking about not dick. I wonder if this effect of
Wrong show.
this being the thrust of the show, of the game, like the fact that the big controversy over no X-Men, if that will change the course of the game at any point.
Oh, I think that this is absolutely setting the stage for a clusterfuck of hilarious proportions. If this game comes out, and it's the case, and we get, like, Wolverine and no one else, or some shit like that, oh, I can't wait to see it all go tumbling down the toilet.
Let me suggest to you, if we go by the books Marvel is publishing and putting the most emphasis on in their actual comic line, because with Marvel 3, they were very strict about what Capcom could and couldn't use, based on what the current canon was. I would expect to see not Wolverine, and yes, X-23.
And X-23 was in the last one, right?
She's in the old man Logan movie, right?
Yeah, well,
Yes, she is,
She was in 3. She's actually, she's currently going by the name Wolverine
She
because
is.
Wolverine is dead in the comics.
Yep.
So,
wow.
so that's what you'll be getting, female Wolverine. Which honestly I'm kind of okay with, but I'm weird as a fan of the comics. Like, I don't really like the X-Men that much, and for some reason I'm really into X-23.
Okay, get the fuck out of here.
I'm glad to agree with
No,
Cyborg.
seriously.
I do not want X-23 like that.
thereof.
I mean, what are the chances that this, all this, like, we're all just talking, with the assumption that, okay, there is going to be a Marvel-made Capcom fighting game. Like, this is a thing. We're just talking about it like we're assuming it. What are the odds that it's not like a Marvel versus Capcom? That, like, they're not lying about that. It's like MCU versus Street Fighter or something weird. You know what I mean? Like, not called Marvel versus Capcom with all those implications.
Or it could be a
100%
mobile game, and none of this means anything. That's my worry. Is that it's going to be something? Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that.
That is a dark future.
Oh, yeah.
That is the
play.
wrong
Free to play.
timeline.
Oh man, yeah, that would be.
See Justin Wong do fucking flight cancels on a fucking iPhone? No, that's not for anybody.
God.
No one wants to see that. No one wants to see Mango
Yeah,
Sentinel on a
there's
fucking
no
Android.
audience for that.
I'm wondering about audience in general, as a matter of fact. I really wonder how well this thing is going to sell, assuming dream scenario that everyone we want is actually even in there. Because UMBC3, I don't know if you guys remember that, but it tanked. It tanked hard. No one
hear
outside
me,
the FGC
capiche?
fucking bought it.
Well, I
Capcom
wonder
burned through a lot-
about that.
A lot of goodwill lately.
Because what
People are,
does
like, holding
Capcom need to do to get the casual audience? Because Injustice has no problem selling their game just by, look, here's superheroes. You know these characters. So
Put
I
out a
can
game that feels complete.
That's, I mean.
Problem with MBC3. That was the problem
was.
with SFB. And if history repeats itself again, they have to come out the bat swinging with a gigantic roster of people we love and people we don't and people that we need to learn to love.
Gigantic roster is correct, and that's probably why they're scaling back to the 2v2 if that's true, because, big rosters means you need people to make the game, and that costs money, and presumably, if this thing is even going on, considering how well Capcom is doing or isn't doing right now, it's probably being largely backed by Marvel and Disney. That would kind of make sense, and that would also mean that it's those guys that probably have a lot of the weight to throw around as far as the decisions to be made. But, no, if, as much as MVC is, one of the most popular legacies in fighting game and FGC type stuff like that, it's huge. People love Marvel vs. Capcom and have for way long times. That was a great sentence. I know words, I have the best words.
You're onto something, though. I see what you're saying. I'll chime in a second, but go on.
Okay, just to see if I can finish what I was saying. I don't know if I can. Maybe this one won't be an incomplete release.
You know what, though? I give them a bit of shit, but if they do roll it back to 2-on-2, it's not going to be that bad. That is what the series was for a large part of its run, up until...
Okay.
I know.
I disagree. No, none of this is going well at all. No, here's the thing. Marvel 3 and Marvel 2, what makes those games unique from really pretty much any of the predecessors, but for most fighting games, is you have the 2 assists. So really, Marvel 3 and even Marvel 2, people have said they're closer to RTSs than they are actual fighting games. I think someone said it was the fastest RTS ever made. So even Marvel 1, we think of as a 2v2 game. But remember, you had the one non-playable assist. I mean, why play Marvel 1?
I'm not even counting the assists. I'm not.
But the assist is super important. You need that second assist.
I'm not assuming that the assists aren't even going to be present. They can still have a little fucking dinky little screen with 80 other people who don't matter plus Colossus, which is the one that anyone ever picked anyway. And that'll be fine. I'm not saying that we won't
Colossus
have
won't be in this game.
I won't hate it.
No, yeah.
As long as you have 2
That's
of them.
true.
So.
You need 2.
If you have 2 playable characters and assists, I'm fine.
Yeah, that's what I figured would happen. Even if they do scale it back to you're only selecting 2 actual playable characters, you're still gonna have the assist. You're gonna have the other whatever. That's not gonna go away because that's one of the big mechanics with the franchise, right?
I've actually got kind of a returning memory right now of seeing MVC3 for the first time and going, 3 people? Really? Okay.
Yeah, it was
nice,
back
but
then. It was unheard of.
It was that game took a lot of people by storm, and it's still very impressive to this day.
So I think it's actually a plausible scenario that the money is coming from Disney rather than Capcom themselves, because the only way this game is even possible in the first place is because the reason that the thing that shut down Ultimate MVC3 and got it you remember when it was taken off of the online stores and everything was because Disney opened up their own game studio. So they stopped licensing their properties outside. But the only thing their game studio did was Disney Infinity. And very recently that came to an end, and now they're willing to put their properties out there for other developers.
And they got a new head of their gaming division or whatever that job is called over there at Disney / Marvel, God of Games or whatever. It's cool. But he seems pretty cool about video games and knowing what Marvel's legacy video games have been and what people like about their video games and all that stuff, which is, it's good if you're heading up that sort of division. So maybe there's something going on there. But the whole idea with, Marvel and Disney probably funding this thing, if it exists, allegedly, probably does, to a large extent, is probably pretty accurate considering that, didn't Sony pretty much fund a lot of Street Fighter V?
Yeah, so Sony made Street Fighter V happen, and Disney has a lot more money to throw around than Sony does.
Yeah, it does.
And that's why Street Fighter V came out piecemeal like Killer Instinct, because they didn't have a lot of money, so they had to build it as they went.
Except they sold it as a fully complete AAA title for $60, and then people were like,
they
huh?
sold it that way. They sold it that way if you're a dumb casual who doesn't read.
That's
Yo.
that's true.
Anybody who was paying close attention to the development of the game knew what it was going to be like.
It was probably an FGC player, a lot of those people, and were like, but it's Street Fighter, dog. It's Street Fighter. It's Street Fighter, bro.
Okay, what do you mean by dog, though? What are you insinuating?
What do you mean that people?
That we are bitches for Capcom's riches.
That was nice. I like that.
Thank you. Not entirely mine, but thank you.
It's yours.
Don't.
You can have it.
Awkward silence.
No, it wasn't awkward.
All right,
It was
guest
perfectly
characters.
normal silence. I don't know why it
What's-
was awkward.
Guest characters from Disney. Who's ready for Darkwing Duck? Let's get dangerous.
Day one DLC.
Shut up. I'm right, and no one
Okay.
can tell me otherwise.
No,
The
that
possibilities.
If
That's a good
Aladdin's in
thing.
there, day one for me.
See, okay, yeah. People's been talking about like Darth Vader, bro, and I don't know if that's gonna maybe. I'm not gonna say never.
Flying
because
carpet assist with a
I
boo
mean,
on it.
Unlike
Forget about
Soul
it.
It sounds
Calibur, you can
racist.
actually have tiny fucking Yoda on the screen in a Marvel vs. Capcom game, and it'll not be fucking garbage.
Yeah. I think Yoda wouldn't.
We just need
Just like-
Robin Williams to sign on as the genie.
Reaches deep into his Yoda robe. You think he's about to bring out the lightsaber, starts whacking you with a stick. Make all the Empire Strikes Back fans happy.
How likely do you guys think it is that this game, should it exist, is like it's Marvel, but it's not Marvel. It's MCU.
I think-
110%.
50 million.
I mean, MVC3 was already almost MCU, so
Right, but I mean like actually MCU. Like these characters kind of look like the MCU version, and those are obviously like the focal characters, and like it's
I mean,
not
if we're talking
comic
art
as
stuff,
much.
everybody's wearing the movie costumes. I'm okay with that.
Because I've heard that it's not gonna, and then that's one of the big things that they're justifying it not having that name Marvel vs. Capcom is because the art style is going to be different. And if the art style is different, maybe that's because it's looking more like the MCU versions.
Well, here's the thing. There was like a
Naked Chris
solid
Pratt.
decade. There was like a solid decade where every game Marvel was putting out was everybody was wearing the Ultimate Universe costumes. You know, all the way from X-Men Legends 1 to Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2. And I fucking hate those costumes. So, like, if I'm getting games where they're in the movie costumes, at least those look decent.
Yeah, they're not horrible.
They look like the characters do in the mainstream universe, but with more, like, bits and bobs on them.
I think
And that's fine.
bits and bobs I like. I think
Street Fighter the game, the movie.
What's-
The game.
that would be sick. DLC costumes, please. No, what would be
I would be so down.
what would be something is like if that happens, like then it kind of makes even more sense thematically for the X-Men not to be there, because it's like we don't even have they're not going to put X-Men in there with like the X-Men Fox depictions of those characters in there, nor would I want them to. But
Hugh Jackman just frowned.
well, but that just further like kind of gives them an excuse, a justification, as shitty as it is for those guys not to be in there.
I don't know, like...
That's all.
Maybe not. Maybe I was
You're
wrong.
onto something.
Okay.
perhaps.
I mean, I'm sure there will be
Is it Daredevil time
alternate
yet? That's what I
costumes
care
also,
about.
like maybe... Like, what I would expect them to do is, because the games tend to have a cartoonish art style, like that's Capcom's thing when they make fighting games, I would expect there to be, like, regular-ass primary costumes and then, like, movie alternates.
Or
Would
vice
not
versa.
complain if that was the case. You know, provided I can choose some manner of comic costume, I think I'm generally good.
Wilson Fisk. I want Foggy Nelson as a assist.
I want the Purple Man as an assist.
Well,
okay?
I want Happy Hogan. He can actually fight. He's got a boxing background.
As long as he turns into Hulk Hogan at some point.
I don't remember that in the movies.
Just starts.
Jon Favreau did not rock the handlebar mustache.
He needs to have the likeness. They need to license the likeness of Jon Favreau.
Or like a racist outrage.
And then I might
a
main
sex
him, actually. That would be really interesting. I've never thought about it. You guys are turning me around a little bit. I'm thinking about shit now.
Thank God you said around.
So,
This is the first
prominent MCU characters I'd like to see in, apart from Daredevil.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, are we
yeah.
doing that now? Are we doing character desires?
Let's do that.
Daredevil.
Yes. I think
mean-
we're all unanimous on that one.
Who doesn't
yes.
want Daredevil? Daredevil's great.
I think Daredevil's a give. I would like the Punisher.
Yeah, I was going to say, like,
As would I.
both of those
Yeah.
guys.
For sure.
Kind of a big flagship Marvel character. He hasn't made an appearance in one of these games yet. I'd be down for it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what? If we get him, though, I don't want Cable. Not that Cable would happen if all these
I
things
mean,
are correct.
Cable
but,
wasn't in 3. You're not gonna get like Psylocke, Cable. Most of the mutants who were in 2 and didn't come back in 3 are definitely not coming back.
What was
Cable
missing?
was one of the upper tier, like, popular legacy tournament
he
characters.
was. Because whap, 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 hyper beam, whap, 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 viper beam, whap, 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 hyper viper beam, fierce punch all fucking day. And I feel that Punisher can offer us a similar experience. That's why I say
that shit. That Viper shit, damn, that brings back memories.
Are we assuming that mutants and those sort of characters are going to be in here with these lists?
Yeah, I think that we'll still get 2 X-Men related characters. Too.
Well, speaking of real quick characters copying moves from previous game characters, I want to just briefly about the Capcom side. I want Jill's old moveset back, like real
I
bad.
would too. I didn't really care for the Resident Evil 5 Jill. I liked her a lot better in Marvel too.
Summon shambling zombies on screen. That shit was fun.
Yeah, yeah. Like, because Chris was in the game and he was a guns guy. He did not have the zombie summons, did he?
No, although Frank West did have the zombie summon.
Still kind of disappointing. I want old Jill back.
Objection.
Phoenix Wright would be a good choice too, I agree.
Who the hell's Phoenix Wright?
No.
How likely are dudes
No,
like
you
that
guys are
guy
all
from Ghost and Goblins going to be in this thing?
Oh,
Arthur?
Arthur?
Yes, that guy.
I would hope so. I'd be sad if he wasn't back. He was one of the not particularly a great character, but I like the idea. I like the zoning philosophy of zoning that kind of extends into the air and creates like an ongoing way. I thought it was cool.
See, I'm trying to wrap my head around this thing. I'm going to assume that that Capcom is being somewhat honest, even though
It's not really in their blood anymore.
it's a little fluid, I think, with them. It's a little relative, but whatever. Like, I'm trying to imagine a version of Marvel vs. Capcom that is, like I said, like thematically different or like visually different. So maybe it wouldn't have like the the dog god and Beautiful Joe. Maybe not.
Oh, Amaterasu.
Yeah. So if they want to go like something that they haven't done necessarily from Capcom in the fighting game, maybe they have. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Like a more realistic and like looking, and I hate to use the word gritty, but I'm gonna use it. Looking fighting game, still be zany because it has to be. That's what players want to play.
I just don't think they have an interest in that art style. Judging from like every fighting game they've ever made.
No, I agree with you, but like this whole thing is, what's Disney making them do? Or, what are you laughing about?
What he said, it was funny. You can laugh.
Okay.
But speaking of seeing like new things from the Capcom side, I'd also like to one of my picks would be Ashura from Ashura's Wrath.
Yes.
Yeah, that seems to be a big favorite among people.
Yeah. I agree.
I just like something good new from Capcom.
He seems like a shoo-in.
I want Mega Man back.
Well, yeah,
I think everyone wants Mega Man back.
Well, I want Mega
I
Man
should
X
go on
back.
record.
Let's be specific.
Give me Cutman.
Oh, man.
I will take either one of them. I will take any Robot Master you have to give me, actually, as a matter of fact. From the original Mega Man games, I will take anyone.
I'll give you...
If I was going to pick a single character from either Mega Man or Mega Man X, I'd actually want Proto Man to be the one.
Hey, Shadowloo. I'll give
lovely.
you Wood Man.
I'll give you Hard Man. He's got a rocket punch.
It's like the old I'll scratch your back, you'll scratch mine.
Fires his
Except for
fists.
I'll rocket punch your
talking about penis.
back. Go
He
rocket punch my...
fists people.
Dude, screw both you guys. I'll give you Chill Penguin. from Mega Man X1. It's
What'd you
gonna be
say?
amazing.
No, who's
You
the
heard me.
sick purple dude from
Did
Mega
you
Man
say
X?
Screw?
Vile.
Yes, give me that
Oh, wow, that
guy.
would be fucking badass.
Give me that
Oh,
guy.
I totally know who that is. Yes.
And they could just actually, you know what? Fuck. If they just if they go full hog and bring in Star Wars characters, you add in Boba Fett, and one color is a Vile skin.
I've got an
Jar
idea.
Binks with us.
How about this? They lose Sentinel, but they keep his moveset and give it to the Yellow Demon.
No, that's not going to work at all when you keep Sentinel.
Sentinel, I'm actually. I've been thinking a lot about Sentinel. It's weird, I know, but it's like I don't think he's gonna. I've been thinking. I'm trying to imagine a game, NBC game, where Sentinel's not there because I don't think
He's
he's
gotta
gonna
be
be there.
there.
I don't
I mean,
think he's gonna be there.
He's got to be there.
It's such a weird scenario because the only reason Sentinel would ever be in a game is because people are already so fucking attached to him. Like, it's just a goddamn robot. It's a filler character.
It's
Rocket
flight
Punch.
cancels.
But
It's
everybody
crazy.
loves
But
his
it's-
move.
You know, it's
Rocket
Sentinel.
Punch.
There's nothing wrong with the logic of like this guy has to be in the video game because he's been in the video game.
I mean, I'm
He's
just
like the
in terms of
mascot
characters,
of the Marvel
characters, like,
franchise for
Sentinels
Capcom.
are a list concept.
I agree that there are
Because
certain
you-
characters that you kind of expect to have in every single fighting game, you know?
Like Akuma.
I feel it would be
Uh-oh.
odd to not
Matata.
have Sentinel in a game.
And there's just, in terms of like size and just skill set, there's not a lot of characters like that, to tell you the truth. And
And if you gave his moveset to, like, the Yellow Devil, you'd also have to give him a fucking super which took 5 minutes as pieces of him fly across the screen, and
Well,
every one of them unblockable.
If you wanted to get really creative and shitty and depress everybody, you could scrap Sentinel. I know, I don't want it to happen. I love Sentinel. And then you could put somebody in one of those dumb, like, Maverick Walker bots from Mega Man.
that would be tight.
then-
Those were pretty tight.
It's the same
I think that is like a
moveset.
timed super. A hyper armor mode for a little while. I'd do that.
I
Well,
want
you know,
every mark of Iron Man, including War Machine and Iron Patriot. All separate characters.
Oh, they could just also, do like a
my
Hulk Buster and have all of
If you're
those
gonna-
moves.
If you're gonna do that, just like do the whole Ryu Kanekuma thing from MVC1. Like, quarter circle back in a punch and change their movesets at the touch of a button.
Nope. Different characters, each one taking up a separate slot on the character select screen.
Now you know how
But that's
all
the
those
thing.
Shoto and spelled back in 1997.
You have to like fill all these teams because you have all these people per team. So the issue of how
Now
many people you have per team is actually really important.
Now you know how you felt when Triborg came out a couple months ago.
Oh yes, that was exactly how I felt. Why do we support these things again?
So if we were all to pick 3 characters we want
still
to
okay
see in
with
this game, Temp, who would you pick? 3 characters.
We're doing a round table, so everyone does one.
Round table, sure. One at
Mega
a
Man
time.
X is obviously going to be the first one. Mega Man X should have been, really, he should be in every crossover game. He's too important. And that
All right.
franchise is one of my favorite of all time.
Okay, Shadowloo. 1 character.
One character?
No, 3
do you got?
characters. What the?
Well, you 3 characters, but 1 at a time.
We're gonna go around like 8 times.
Yes, not necessarily.
This
but
is what
you
we
got
did
it.
last time, and it was dumb then too. So why not?
Yes,
Why don't
every
we just
single
Why don't
time.
we just do the 3 and then move on to the next one?
I mean, whose show is this?
I know, right?
Wow.
That just seems like it's gonna take a lot longer.
Carnage. I want to
Cold
say Venom,
Patty.
but if they do Venom these days, it's going to be that new guy no one knows or gives a shit about, or it's going to be Flash Thompson, who wields a lot of guns, so we might as well have the Punisher instead, so Carnage.
Carnage
agree.
is your character. Razor, go.
I mean, I already said.
All right, Shadowloo, it's you again. Razor, go.
Omega Red.
Oh man, come on!
You fucking heard me. Omega
You're
Red.
just bumming me out. You're making me remember all the people that I'm gonna be disappointed is not in the game.
All right.
Omega Red's
Red.
basically a metallic Mickey Rourke. Mickey Rourke should have played Omega Red in the
No,
X-Men
I
movie.
love Omega Red.
I could totally.
Omega Red's easy to give somebody else's moves too. It's fucking Doc Ock.
Okay, as long as he gets his bird, I'm okay with that.
I love Omega Red. That dude's awesome.
All right, Razor, for real this time.
Okay,
Yeah.
Ashura from Ashura's Wrath. Which I
Sure.
already said, but yeah.
All right, first one for me. I'll do Nightcrawler. It'll never happen. All right, Django, you
You
go.
did already say Asura.
Yeah, but if we're saying top 3, like I have to reuse the ones I've already said, don't I?
So which one are we on? Are we on 1, 2?
First.
That was my
Shadow's
one.
only done 2. He's special.
Oh god, this is.
For every one that we do, Shadow has to do 2.
I've got a long list. I
We
can
have to
it.
do. Well, we have to do 3, and then we have to pick an assist character. We have
You
to.
just
know
gonna
how many
pull up a list
Darkstalkers
of the
there are?
X-Men.
Hey, it's your show. It's your rules, man.
Right. I mean, assist character, that's like a pretty fundamental mechanic here, so we should address it. It's an elephant, but by another
Just
name.
pick a fucking character. Jeez.
I
You're
mean,
the one that's...
I don't want to just pick straight up X-Men characters. I
Do it.
am one of the most butthurt people in the world that the X-Men probably aren't going to have much, if any, showing in this game. I wouldn't be surprised
All right,
if
we
there's
get it,
no
Jubilee.
mutants in the game. Maybe, but does that also mean there's no Doctor Doom? Is there no hidden missiles
Yeah,
and
that
foot
would-
dives?
That would disinclude Doctor Doom, yeah, because Fantastic Four
Right.
is also fun.
So
There is no way they would exclude Doctor Doom. There's absolutely no way.
does Doctor Doom have more of a shot
He'll
over
appear
like
in a-
Wolverine
I mean, the weird,
though?
like,
He'll appear in a
I
bullet
think so.
spread.
If you could
Yeah.
have 2 of those, or if you could have one of those 2, you think it would be Doctor Doom over Wolverine?
Here's
I
the
think
thing, though.
so.
If they're doing a thing where they're like using what's currently in the comics, Victor Von Doom is currently Iron Man.
What?
No, yeah, but
My
it,
God,
it's,
comics are stupid.
but it's still Victor Von Doom though.
It's Victor. He's wearing he stole one of Tony's suits, and it's just all silver, and he wears the cloak over top. And he's currently
Because-
replacing him as Iron Man because Tony's on the shelf.
And then there's that.
Doom does as he pleases.
That he
Exactly.
does.
Doom
Here-
is Iron Man today.
Bring me Peter Pan.
But that's actually, if anything, that kind of goes
Doom
against
shall
the
be
logic
Mary
of
Jane Watson.
what Marvel
Face
is-
it, Tiger, you've hit the jackpot with Doom.
sort of doing with the rest.
Spider-Man.
There's too many
Jacob, did
feelings.
you ever pick?
There's
Jeez,
too many
you're taking
feelings
forever.
everywhere. It's interesting that a Fox character is taking over for a Marvel character in that one scenario.
Yeah, it is a little weird.
That's interesting.
But I think they think that it's a way around it because the title of the book is Iron Man, so technically they're not like it's not like they're selling a Fantastic Four or Doctor Doom book, but they can still use the characters like they found a loophole to write about Doom.
They do love
not.
Doctor Doom. Like, I don't get why Marvel does like Doctor Doom so much as like the arch villain of the entire comics line of theirs, but it's cool. I just I wonder if
They
he's
do.
gonna win out over Wolverine if there's only one of the 2.
They do have this
If it's up to
weird.
them, they're gonna pick Wolverine. I'm sorry. It sucks for the hardcore long-term NBC players, but brand recognizability and Wolverine's been in every fucking game since day one, and I mean Children of the Atom.
Yeah, he's been in every Capcom versus game, every Marvel versus game Capcom's made. Wolverine's been in there.
Well, it's because he was their golden pony until fucking Robert Downey Jr. showed up.
Something like that.
Well, I mean, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
It's interesting. Ah, man.
Perhaps
Okay.
Doom
I mean, you
could
throw
be
Spider-Man in there
Wolverine.
as well.
Yeah, and they'll. And
Probably good actually.
Spider-Man's fine. He'll definitely
Okay.
be in there. That would be cool if they had.
He's
Never
only
mind.
15 years old.
So
Wow,
he
you
was
were taking forever on
Yeah.
this
He
one
does whatever a
pick.
spider can.
Peter Porker, all right, move on.
There's a lot of ins. There's a lot of outs. There's a lot of. This is a complicated scenario,
I
man.
get it.
There's business ethics on the line.
Doom does not
Are
care for
you do-
business
Are
ethics.
you on your first pick still? Is
I
that
don't know
what-
if you guys know this, but
Hey,
mutation
he doesn't roll on the Shabbos.
is
Don't
the key
yell
to
at
our
him.
I
evolution.
don't think he actually knows we're here. I think he's just talking.
I was doing that before we started, and I'll still be doing that until they announce this tomorrow. Just want to be muttering to myself.
Well, you realize you have to edit this and get it up before then.
Oh, I gotta get it up.
Might wanna
Okay.
roll with the walls.
You don't have to start with Marvel,
Nope.
Django. If
I'm
you
going
want to
Wolverine.
go Capcom,
We
I
can
know you
skip
got
Jongo
choices.
I'm
and
gonna
keep
start-
going around the table.
I just said it. Wolverine. We're gonna start
Okay,
there.
Wolverine.
Oh my god, after that huge fucking rant on X-Men and Wolverine, and you choose Wolverine.
And Doctor Doom. Don't leave him out.
Okay, now you're
Okay,
choosing
so he
two at a
just
time.
had 2 picks, so we can skip him next time.
Oh,
All right,
again. All right.
does that leave it on me?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Zero from Mega Man X.
Ooh, good one. Not as good as Violet, pretty
I'm
good.
I'm a big fan.
I used to think he was a girl.
He's tight.
He does have a ponytail.
Does.
It's brilliant.
Well, and he had those two green things where his boobs
Yeah,
would be.
he does.
Yeah,
he has,
he
like, glow
did have
blue
great
eyes.
tits.
So,
All right. Shadowloo, you have 2 picks.
Pyron.
And
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I can see it.
who's the other? Who's your 4th?
Give me a second here. I'm like, is there anyone I give a shit about that's actually not? Oh, Hyo from Rival Schools.
Okay, cool.
Rival schools. I'd like
Rival
to see some
schools.
rival schools.
All right, Razor.
I actually did think of one that I haven't already said. The Wasp. Because
Wow.
there's a lot of speculation that like Ant-Man will get his own slot instead of just being in Hawkeye's Super. If they're trying to fill out more of the roster with movie characters. I would actually rather see Janet than if you're going to have a Shrinky character, I'd rather it be the female.
and I mean, if an
but
MCU character, she did kick more ass than he did.
He is a lot more recognizable, though. I don't know. Maybe it depends on which one. It's probably going to be Scott Lang. I'm thinking mostly of Henry Pym here, who's been fucking Goliath, Giant Man,
here's the
Yellow
other
Jacket,
thing.
fucking
With
20
Wasp-
different aliases for the guy.
With Wasp, you do have a slightly different moveset in that she can shoot laser beams.
That's true.
Hidden lasers.
How big do you make her, though? Like, do you make the Wasp like half size all the time, or what?
I would
just for
I
specials.
just have her normal
Give a time
size, and then
super?
she turns small in her moves and strings.
She's a stance character.
I don't know.
That sounds like it'd be. That sounds like potential Soul Calibur Yoda areas.
No,
of
I would definitely.
animation.
She only like gets small when it's part of a like. She swings a punch, so she's small during the middle of the punch, and then she goes back to normal. Like so, whenever you're actually hitting her, she's the right size.
Guess it depends how they fuck with the hitboxes, though.
Yeah.
All right, I'm picking Scarlet Witch.
Who was your first pick?
Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler and Scarlet Witch?
Which is a good one. I like that choice a lot.
Yeah.
Which one? Scarlet Witch, yeah.
I can picture
Yeah, they're
one.
both good, but Nightcrawler especially.
Well,
Which
Nightcrawler,
one?
yeah, fucking teleporting all over the screen and using his swords and using his tail. You
Saying
got
the
some cool
rosary.
stuff. There you go. Teleporting your opponent into the
Being
air
all
and then
blue and
doing all sorts
religious.
of combos.
One of his special moves is he stops to pray.
Dude, if you call him as an assist to do the rosary and you get more meter, that's fucking badass, dude. I'd be all over that.
Oh, praying gives you meter. Huh?
Nightcrawler wins in the Bavarian Circus. Have as known as the incredible next match starts.
It would be fun.
Using a teleport
Oh
defensively.
man, the
Like,
announcer.
gotta
Forgot about that
Strike.
guy.
teleport behind him.
I think it's a guy. Live and let die.
It's definitely.
So wait, hang on. Can Wanda have a super where like she just snaps her fingers and the whole console crashes?
Yes.
she's-
It actually
reality.
takes out any mutants that are still in the game out of
Her
the
level
game.
3 is just. Her level 3 is just the camera closes up on her mouth and she says no more video games and your console turns off.
Man.
I actually think that maybe we've just discovered how this game opens. It just starts with Wanda saying no more mutants. Welcome to Marvel vs. Capcom.
But then she's not in it though because she's not a mutant in the
mutant
MCU.
anymore.
God damn it, this is gonna break my brain.
They even
Okay.
did some fucking Hideo Kojima shit where, like, if you get hit by Scarlet Witch's level 3, you, like, your Mortal Kombat saves delete. I don't know, something really fucking trippy like that would be cool to me. I'd have a lot of fun with that.
My number 2 is gonna be Vile.
You've already
That's one.
had two.
No, I haven't.
This
I
is
had
your
one.
third.
You
I
Wow.
was just talking about
Wolverine
Doctor
and
Doom.
Dr. Doom. doesn't
No.
Okay, here we go.
I was talking about Doctor Doom. He's not my number 2 pick.
Here it is.
Wolverine and Vile, sucker.
Here we
That
go.
would be a really cool choice, no doubt about that. No lies detected.
Who are we on? Is it Tim? I don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, I got my final. My number 1 is Psylocke. I know we're trying to do this rapidly, but, like, Psylocke's probably higher than Smoke in terms of fighting game characters who are important to me. I really miss Psylocke, and like I said, that's Marvel vs. Capcom is where I come from. That was my first competitive game, like, ever, so I would be really sad if we never saw her again.
Who are your other two? See, this is another reason why I want to do all three of them, because I wanted to imagine the team that you're building.
It was X and Zero. X and Zero, my other two.
Oh, that's Okay, that's a pretty sick team. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
We
I'm
can
a fan.
wrap it up in a nice bow with all three of them at the end, if it helps.
It helps.
Let me
It
rephrase that
helps.
without the attitude. Hey, we could wrap them up.
It
in a
definitely
nice
helps,
bow,
considering
all
this
three of
is
them. If it
a
helps.
team-based game. You know. It's
Well,
kind of
you only get 2 in this game, apparently.
Allegedly, this game exists. Allegedly.
I should have threw the clone before I finished that sentence, just to protect myself.
Who are we on? Have we?
Shadaloo gets 2. So he has 5 and 6 coming up.
Just pick Shenko for me. I ran out of slots, Shadowloo. Could
I
you
think
just
people
pick
just
Shenko
like
for
my
me, bro?
choices.
I'm shocked you didn't choose Vision.
I do like Vision a lot, but there's a
you
lot of
want?
Captain characters who would come first for me.
Okay.
I love it. He's my favorite Avenger in the comics, but I have to get X and Zero in there, and
Apparently
Psylocke.
not
There was
favorite
no
enough, but
compromise.
okay.
You're not wrong, sir.
Anyway.
Blackheart.
There you go.
I miss Blackheart. Blackheart was
Blackheart
awesome.
was cool. Blackheart was neat.
Also, Ultron. I think it's time.
Oh.
He had kind of a shit showing in that second movie, but I've always liked the character. And he can be downright scary when he wants to be.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
if they
agree.
could get the voice actor back, that would be sick.
I agree.
Get James Spader to do a video game.
Please. Get him and Robert Downey Jr. Let's just go full MCU, man. Come on. Anthony Hopkins, too. Loki's going to be in the game. That's going to happen. That's going to be crazy.
Yeah, you know that's gonna happen.
That's
I
going
don't
to
think I
happen.
would rather. I think I'd honestly rather see Loki as like a background character doing funny shit while things are happening.
I don't know though. His fucking magic and like illusions could be really cool.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Oh,
Creating
fucking
like
holy
shadows, like illusions to
There's-
fuck with your opponent.
There's no chance he's not going to be in this game. There's
Well,
no
absolutely.
chance.
Yeah.
I would like to actually also see the Silver Surfer as a character, but there's
Yeah.
a whole nearly invincible thing they've got going on with him.
Yeah, he's slightly OP, but then they did have Galactus. But,
Well,
it
it
I was
was
about to say that, like,
about like
The whole
in-
like
in
silver
three-
character with the Galactus thing really made me want Silver Surfer to fucking show up.
Yeah, like they didn't have the real Surfer. They just had your guys could be turned silver.
So
Well,
irritating.
They said they tried to program a version of him, but they did not incorporate the surfboard. So he basically turned into a gimped Iceman, which I don't think is what anyone really wanted. I still think they should have gone through with the idea, because Ghost Rider was in that same category, but they implemented him anyway due to fan demand. Same thing with Iron Fist. They didn't want to put Iron Fist in because they thought he'd just be punching things. But they made it work. It looked good. So I think they could do the same thing with Silver Surfer.
There's nothing wrong with a guy that just punches things. That's why we're gonna get Luke Cage.
I mean, I absolutely believe that you don't need to leave out the surfboard. I think it shouldn't even be hard.
Well, I mean, it
oh
should.
Jesus, that actually just reminded me of another character I really, really do fucking want in this game. Green Goblin.
Sashenko.
Oh,
Goblin.
Green Goblin would be
Goblin.
great.
Because like ever since MBC2 came out, I used to like imagine what a total Spider-Man iteration of this game by Capcom would be like, and I just pictured like Norman Osborn, like rather than walking on the ground during walk animation, just like hovering a millimeter or two above it on the fucking glider with his arms folded. Seriously, there's no reason this could not happen.
I would like to see the Green Goblin.
Yes.
He's actually my favorite Marvel villain of all time. Is
He
Norman.
would, he would make for such a great zoner. Laser finger blasts, pumpkin bombs, fucking jet smoke to keep people away. I want this to happen. Either that or Hobgoblin. I'm actually a bit more of a Hobgoblin fan, but Green Goblin makes a bit more sense.
Yeah.
And
I
I,
think-
mean,
I
they're
think that
going
in
to use
terms of,
Spider-Man
like-
characters, so there's a chance.
What little character interaction and dialogue there is in the game, I think it would be more fun with Green Goblin than Hobgoblin.
Yes, this is true. Was someone crying earlier? Cyborg, were you crying? I heard someone cry.
No.
I think that was
You
Django.
It was definitely
Okay.
Django. I don't know why, but it was definitely me.
Are we on me?
Razor's pick. Yeah.
My third pick. I would like Samanosuke from Onimusha.
Oh my god, it's the best one. Oh, shit. Well done. GG's, man.
That's
GG's.
it. I don't feel like I need to defend it. I'm just going to throw
You
it out
win.
there. It's the best.
You win. You win.
Shadaloo doesn't know who that is.
Damn it! I can't believe I forgot.
You haven't
about-
played Onimusha?
Nope.
Okay, well, you should play Onimusha then. Then you'll know.
I've also never seen Die Hard. I haven't done a lot of stuff, man. I'm
Die
barely
Hard
even alive.
And Onimusha.
You've made some mistakes in your life.
All right, that's cool. Damn, that's a good pick, man. I'm gonna. Okay, who are we on? Or is it me?
Nope.
Number
Nope,
3.
I got one more.
Oh, okay, go for it.
I don't know. Maybe
Well, great.
maybe Blink would be kind of cool. Never happened, but Blink would be neat.
You're going with Nightcrawler and Blink?
You have 2 teleporters on your.
Dude, she could make portals, and then it could be fun.
I'm seeing
Not a
pattern here.
teleporter.
Yeah,
She's
you
not a
would-
teleporter. She
I'm not
Makes
saying you're wrong.
or
You said
Mystique.
Blink, and I heard the BL, and I'm like, Blade? Blade would be pretty cool.
Blade would be cool.
Blade would be-
Mystique would be interesting. I don't know what you would do with her, but the shape-shifting aspect might be fun.
Oh,
Trying to
God.
think who else. I'm going through a list here. I'm looking for names, and
I mean, here's another thing in terms of like characters that might still be in, even if Marvel is telling them to downplay the Fox properties. Deadpool is still probably a lock.
I was thinking
Yeah.
about Deadpool. You think he is? You think he's a lock?
I think so because
lock,
like,
Jerry.
he's one of Marvel's best sellers in the comics.
Interesting.
Like they're like even though
And they're
he's
still their
Fox
characters.
property, they're pushing him still super hard. In
They
the
could get Ryan Reynolds too. I think they could actually book him if they tried. I mean, he fucking did Screen Junkies. I don't think they'd have much trouble getting him in for
But they
much
do
of a
like
cost
Nolan
either.
North, though. He's been.
Yeah, I mean they probably could get Ryan Reynolds, but Nolan North is in terms of video games so attached to the role.
I'd be okay. I mean, I'm impartial. I'm not the biggest Deadpool fan, but I like the movie. I'm okay with the character.
I'd also posit that I'd like to see Moon Knight show up, but it's not going to happen because they haven't worked on him yet. He's not ready. I think there's going to be a time, but I could see the character acting as like a replacement for Gambit. Pull strikes, little moon disc instead of like cards.
a
It
little
could
play,
really
yeah.
work,
Yeah.
Moon Knight's
but
cool.
it's just not going to happen. He's
Yeah.
cool, but he's nowhere near popular enough, and he's not part of the MCU yet. I wait for that day though. That's going to be amazing.
I'm sure he will be fairly soon. I mean, well, they had Iron Fist way before there's going to be an Iron Fist show. Moon Knight's not out of the question.
Well, if we're doing requests, fucking
Batman.
Claire Redfield, I think that'd be sick.
Batman.
Or Batman. We could do Batman.
Well, that's the whole point of Moon Knight is he's a Marvel's Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually going to get into Moon Knight, but I picked the Spectre instead because he was more timely. Around the times we're doing the top sevens, I was actually thinking about getting into the Moon Knight comics, and then Spectre kind of won out on that. But since we're throwing out choices, Shenko and who did I just mention?
Dark Side.
No, Claire Redfield.
Oh,
Yes,
close.
those would be my 2 others. And Ami.
Claire.
I'm not rusty.
Oh, okay. All right. Wait, Cyborg, did you finish? Are you done over there?
That's personal.
Did you complete
Yeah.
your
He had
team?
3 names. He did.
Okay.
I
Are
said
you-
Nightcrawler,
Are you cleaning up?
Nightcrawler,
Supposed to knock.
Scarlet Witch, and then I was
Right.
undecided on my third. I'd said Blink or like Mystique would be kind of cool. I mean, there's a lot that I'd like, but I'll go with one of those two. Sure.
Good.
I had-
I'm
I had way more
gonna.
characters. Oh,
Gorgon would be kind of cool.
The Inhuman?
Matt Gorgon?
Yeah, like the samurai dude. He's really cool.
Oh, not Scorpion.
Oh,
Isn't that his
A lot of
name?
people out there.
Wait, there's...
The Spider-Man villain.
Gorgon.
Matt Gorgon. Wasn't that his name?
No, Matt
No, Matt Gargan.
is the
Matt
Scorpion.
Oh,
Gargan is
Gargan.
I'm talking about Tomi Shishido. Gorgon.
I'm talking about the Scorpion venom that everyone
He's a
loves.
mutant, for God's sake.
Jesus Christ. My number 3 is Apocalypse.
Okay.
Like, normal Apocalypse or giant because I can be giant, slam me with my fist boss Apocalypse.
Okay,
You know,
Marvel has
Whatever
2
he
No,
feels
no.
like, you know.
Both?
Heimdall.
Are you dying?
I know it's not bad.
Are you dying right now on the show? On
Jessica
the air?
Jones. Let's get Jewel in here.
Ooh.
I would main Jewel.
Only if she's drinking the whole time.
Human
Yeah,
Torch.
right. Well, no, I'd play her in the
no,
old-timey costume with the purple hair.
With the purple hair?
Yeah.
That's honorable. It's admirable.
You know who's gonna fucking totally be in this thing?
J. Jonah
Because
James.
no. Because there's always one of those batshit characters. You know who's also big right now in comics?
Stan Lee.
Squirrel Girl.
It's
Oh,
going to
God.
happen. Believe it.
Oh god, no!
I
It's gonna
will
be the
not-
Tremor of this game.
Yeah,
No,
right.
I will not be surprised if this happens. Squirrel Girl is going to be a thing.
I mean, I
can
absolutely
my
believe
balls.
it, but it's
Hey,
a shame.
Kang would be pretty cool.
She can actually be pretty fun. She's had some great comics.
She better be OP. She's in the game. She better be
Kingpin.
ridiculous.
I just
I mean,
rather
the
you don't
level
get
3
Kingpin.
super is that you're
Vincent
off screen
D'Onofrio.
and she beats you.
Wait, her level 3 super is a screaming Doctor Doom runs into the screen and knocks her opponent down, then they're trampled by squirrels. It's a thing that nearly happened.
Sure, why not?
Do you guys want to go around and pick assists? What if the entire X-Men were an assist?
All of them? Everywhere?
And that was the only X-Men that were in the game.
When you do the X Factor move with the Mandarin, he just becomes a comedian. And then replaced by a boring villain.
You talking about Trevor Slattery? If Trevor Slattery is in this game,
Spoilers.
I'm gonna play him. It's gonna be sick.
No, we're on assists now. He's not actually.
Hey, Mephisto would be pretty cool.
Okay. I agree.
Yes.
That's actually a pretty cool assist. I would go for that.
Not Red Blackheart, but Mephisto.
Yeah.
Tim?
Yeah.
Tim?
I guess it depends what you mean, because the characters I picked could all be an assist in some function. Do you mean characters that can only be an assist?
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
Mr. Sinister.
Oh, I don't know if I don't really know much about him, to be honest with
Multiple
you.
man. Multiple man.
Not multiple.
Mr.
No,
Sinister
I
is
don't
largely
know.
known for... Mr. Sinister is largely known for really, really, really trying to force Scott and Jean to have sex.
Really trying, man.
I know
If
he's
he-
the
if he would
CEO
just
of a
give
genetics
them
the point
alone,
of loaning
they
extra
do that
Scott's
anyway.
genes.
Speaking of sex, pile driver. Let's bring the whole
Which
wrecking
actually
crew.
raises a question. So if he has Scott and Jean's DNA, so he can make clones of them anytime, why doesn't he just combine the DNA himself?
Mr. Sinister is not a particularly great villain. He's kind of a putz.
Oh man, I should have chose Quasar. No.
Isn't Sinister gonna be like the villain in the Wolverine movie, the last one? I heard this. Sinister.
Oh,
Cosmo. What the fuck am I thinking?
Yeah,
Cosmo.
he is going to be in Logan, apparently.
Yeah,
That's
he's
my
the
assist.
one who creates X-23, I'm
Oh,
pretty sure.
what?
Well,
Yeah.
because at the very end of the, Apocalypse,
Spoilers.
their little...
Yeah.
Well, Apocalypse has already been out for long enough.
No.
Their little credit stinger was like somebody taking Wolverine's blood or DNA or sample or something and putting it in a suitcase labeled like Essex Corporation, and that's Sinister's last name.
His name is
Nathaniel
Nathaniel Essex.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's gonna make a baby Wolverine. And it's gonna be
This is what
X-23.
Mr. Sinister does in his spare time.
Yeah, yeah.
It really is. Like,
Fucking loves clones.
he's got nothing else going on. He hangs out with Apocalypse sometimes.
So what is your assist?
All right, I think I'm going to go with probably Eternity from Doctor Strange. Eternity is basically the god figure in the Marvel universe. I think that'd be
Like
a hell of
the
a cool
entire-
assist.
How do you... It doesn't work that way, Tim.
He's a little too powerful to just do a move to a guy.
Like, as in, he doesn't have a physical form the way that we understand it. He manifests himself as a vision of a dude with a physical form, but we are inside eternity right now.
My
Yeah,
choice is
Inside him.
probably not practical, but he still has a persona that can interact with other characters. I would say, like, I mean, the famous thing he does in Doctor Strange is when Doctor Strange is trying to find help to beat Dormammu, he basically tells Doctor Strange to go fuck himself because he's already powerful enough. And he's right, but... So for
Well,
the
that's kind
assist,
of a
he would just
crazy
do nothing.
thing. I've read a lot of cosmic comics in my time, and it turned these things to just kind of whine and bitch about everything and insult people. He's really
I think he's cool though. I think I love the visual design because even though I didn't pick Sinister, I actually do like Sinister's design quite a bit. I think he's a cool looking villain, just aesthetically. But yeah, Eternity. I feel like he wouldn't work as a character. I think he'd be great as an assist.
I think he worked as a background.
Dude, as a stage, that'd be fucking tight. That's what I wanted in Mortal Kombat X, is I wanted Pit 4, which is going to be the pit, but in the, the cosmos. Yeah.
I'd love that. I just had a good candidate. Someone else go, I'll think of it.
Cosmo.
The dog from Guardians?
Yes.
Kramer?
No.
No,
well, that would be cool too.
It's a cosmonaut dog. Like the Russians sent a dog into space and it got lost, and then it ended up.
Oh, he's in the movie.
Yeah,
he's one of the
he's in
space.
the
Yeah.
He was in the collector's thing, which I hope he's in the second one.
He actually has psychic powers.
Yeah, he's got telekinesis and telekinetic and all that. He's actually an awesome character. I read the comics and he's a lot of fun. So I would love a Russian cosmonaut dog that wears a spacesuit.
Doing that.
I mean, he'd make a good assist. Like, he's never a character that you'd actually expect to be in the game as a fighter, but him coming in and throwing an opponent around or something cool like that would be pretty sweet.
Black Bolt.
Ah, fuck you, dude.
No, I'm sorry. People making noise about him as a character. That's not going to
Black
work.
Bolt has
What's he going to do? Like,
way better as an
wander around and like mumble and cough and sputter? Blah. Just like generating sonic waves left. Like, it only works for one attack, and like that's if he just like mutters or like whispers or something as a stun. I think Black Bolt's kind of made to be a stun assist character. And fuck all the other Inhumans, no one cares.
Except Marvel. Are we... Brazier, did you go?
I have not gone yet.
Okay.
My assist pick is Barry Burton. From Resident
Everyone
Evil.
pretend
That's
like
badass with a helicopter.
Barry?
No.
Barry.
That's fucking sick.
In the
That is
Magnum?
hella smart.
I actually was picturing the helicopter, but
Oh.
you could go either way with it.
The
His whole
Jill
thing
sandwich?
is popping up to save you sometimes.
This man, Barry Burton, is a helicopter?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's-
close enough, honestly.
Isn't that how Jill gets out of Raccoon City right before they drop the nuke?
If you get one of the endings, yes. I think that's one of the endings. I think he's not in all of them, though.
Okay.
I'm Googling
Wait,
to learn more about
We're
this
talking about
helicopter,
Resident Evil
man.
1, or are we talking about 3? Nemesis.
I either way, like I said, you could do the helicopter, or you could just have him like show up to prevent you from becoming a Jill sandwich or whatever.
I'm thinking Nemesis. I'm actually not too familiar with Resident Evil 1.
Okay.
I guess he kind of looks like a helicopter.
No, he has a helicopter. He's the pilot. You fucking...
He's not
Sure?
that poor pilot that was in RE4, though.
No,
Yeah,
he's not.
that was tragic.
That guy was cool, and then he wasn't a guy anymore.
Well, I just
There
assumed it
was
was
a fairly
Barry.
recent game where Barry and his daughter are the main characters.
What?
What was that game called?
That was a game?
Yeah. What was it? Revelations 2 or something like that?
I never played the Revelations games.
I think it was Revelations. I think
That
it was
doesn't
Revelations.
sound like a game
2.
I would play.
The main characters are Barry and his daughter Moira, and she's like a whiny teenager who doesn't get along with him.
Moira. That goes right into my pick for an assist character.
It does?
It does. I was gonna say X-Force, just the whole thing, because that'd be fun. But I think it wouldn't be fun visually, but I think Xavier would be a good assist character because he can't be playable. That would
Yeah, I mean...
you could what? Yeah, I mean, and
Okay,
his
well,
cutscenes-
that-
Arm throw punches or
Can't be
do anything
playable.
but
What
sit
kind
in a
of
chair.
monster are you?
I know.
If he's in the gold chair from like the X-Men series, he's got missiles in that fucking thing, dude.
Yeah, but that's one move.
Should he have missiles in that thing? Doesn't that kind of clash
I
with
don't
his
know.
character?
The thing is, he hasn't used the gold hovercraft in like 2 decades, so...
He hasn't.
Bring it back.
I'm actually glad. I don't like that hovercraft.
It
It is
looks
obnoxious.
comfortable. It looks so comfortable.
It is
I would
huge. It's
sleep in that thing.
ridiculous.
Yeah,
I
it's
never
like-
even noticed he was in a wheelchair. Honestly, I just see people for people.
Okay, you're right. I'm gonna put on my handy capable hat right now, and Xavier is gonna be my main in Marvel vs. Capcom 4.
That's the spirit.
That's right.
So he's gone from assist to roster?
That's right. And he's not going to be James McAvoy.
No, you got to get Patrick Stewart. I mean, why wouldn't you?
That's a shame.
He's in the chair. He's not even, like, sexy and walking around and one time punched Wolverine in the face in one of those movies. It's not that one.
Like, as a rule, if you ever can get Patrick Stewart, get Patrick Stewart. Like, even if Xavier's not in the game, just get Patrick Stewart to do some voices.
Live and let die. I don't care what he does.
Exactly.
But don't make him... Never mind. No, that's cool. You can do that. Yeah, Xavier.
If Magneto's in the game, the announcer starts going, "You don't have to do this, Eric. We can live in peace."
Where were you, Charles?
Select screen composed of nothing but those two characters in a 20-minute monologue back and forth.
I'd watch
First level 3 plays chess.
Tired of that shit. Tired of it. It needs to stop.
Dude.
Goddamn X-Men without one of them at least
Old
for
guys
once.
playing chess Olympics is like the hype as shit.
Kind of sounds fantastic.
It's gonna be the top billing at E3 next year.
I'm really, really grateful for
E3? Fuck
those
Evo.
movies having brought Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen together.
I heard
Great
Evo, but
things, but no one cares.
I mean, Ian McKellen has done some of the Lord of the Rings games, hasn't he?
Has he?
I think so.
I believe so.
Lord of the Rings games?
Yeah, Ian McKellen. He plays Gandalf.
What Lord of the Rings games have there been?
There's been a bunch of Lord of the Rings games.
I just played Shadow of Mordor. Were there more?
There were many more.
Were
they
they
weren't
good?
very good. Maybe that's why you haven't heard of them.
Ah, now we're getting somewhere. I see how this is shaken down. He wasn't in Mordor, though. Fucking Gollum was in it, and I wish he wasn't. He was annoying in that game, just like he is annoying every other time he's around.
It's interesting you say that. My other pick for an assist is Gollum.
What? It would be in character. Krang. If Krang could be an assist...
Are we even trying anymore? We're not
doesn't
trying,
sound like it.
are we?
I'm pretty sure we've all gone, so
Yeah.
we're just making it up now.
Has everyone done an assist character?
I think so.
I think we're good, yeah. I think... So... Do we all think this is actually going to be announced tomorrow, or this is just us spinning our wheels?
I
think
think there's
a decent chance.
I think that there's too much buzz for it not to be a thing. The biggest red flag is, we're not making another NBC!
Nobody
Yeah, with arms
asked.
waving in the air.
I do love the idea of Capcom's Twitter yelling at people who weren't.
All caps. It's, go away! Street Fighter V Season 2 not in development! Shut up!
It's literally the equivalent of Trey Parker shouting, "I don't have your damn ball." Like, that's pretty much what they did, like, to a T. So, it's something's happening. I wish I knew what. I hope Psylocke is involved, but it's just, oh man. It makes me feel nauseous, because if it's shit, I'm not gonna be super thrilled. But it might be, and I don't know. It's hard to get excited for anything Capcom related, even though I relatively like Street Fighter 5.
It might exist, but be not good, so...
Yeah, and if everyone looks like Chris Evans or fucking, like, I don't know.
Chris
Hemsworth
or Chris Pratt.
Robert Downey Jr.
Any Chris.
Any of the Chris's.
Any Chris,
yeah.
really.
The C in MCU stands for Chris. Marvel Chris Universe.
It's a lot of Chris's.
That Chris Hemsworth, though. He's a good-looking fellow, I gotta say.
Yeah, he's dreamy. He's very charming.
1960, male, 186 centimeters, weight 89.3 kilograms.
Are you reading his sexiest man alive profile?
Nationality, American.
Nope.
Race, ethnicity.
Oh, no, apparently not.
There it is. Status, helicopter. I now know everything I need to know about Barry
Looking
Burton.
up Barry Burton.
Awesome.
Next category.
I am just very curious if this game is announced, and it is a Marvel vs. Capcom game, and there's just no X-Men and mutants. The whole downplay is real. It's more than a downplay. What are the odds that all this dirt and dust that everyone's kicked up about that leads to there being like a giant DLC pack of just mutants? That's on disc.
Probably pretty good. I mean, money talks.
Yeah. That's what it really comes down to. If it'll sell, they'll do it.
Well, obviously, I mean, money's the reason whether they wouldn't be in the game, allegedly. Money.
I think it's kind of inevitable that we're gonna get at least a couple of mutants in there just for the extra funds. Here's my question. One character from any of the prior Marvel Street Fighter games that you do not want to see come back, because fuck that guy or gal.
This is a good one. I like it.
Who wants to go first?
Cyborg does.
Are you sure you're not dying or pleasuring yourself?
A little bit of both.
I don't
Well,
know,
the
Amy.
French do call it le petit mort.
I'm learning French words.
Django's first.
I just said Cyborg's first.
You got it. It's you. That's you, man.
Do you guys want me to go first? I can go.
Yeah, go ahead and go first. I have this guy in my brain, but I gotta remember his name.
I actually have a lot, but if I can only pick one, I'm going to say Hagar. Even though from a gameplay perspective, I think he's badass. I think he has no
Really?
place. Yeah.
Out of, all people. I'm just happy that they remembered he existed.
I don't really know what the selling point is with Hagar. A lot of people want him in Street Fighter V, and I just don't get it. I was going to say MODOK, but at least MODOK brings something to the table. Hagar is a dude. He's a mayor, but he's a dude.
They want him in
He's a
Street Fighter
suspenders.
because he rounds out the final fight roster. Guy, Cody, Hagar. That's why people want him.
Well, technically, we're still missing Sodom, so we still need to...
Sodomy.
I do miss me some sodomy.
Oh, we still have to have our opinions on the Batman.
We still have to have our opinions on sodomy.
Excellent.
I feel sodomy has been sorely lacking in the Street Fighter franchise. As of late, sorely lacking.
New
I see
Age
what
of
you did there.
Heroes.
Yeah, that was clever.
Hope I'm not being too anally retentive here, but I really would like some Sodom back in this. I'll stop.
You guys talking about butt sex still?
He's been
Sodomy.
out of
He had a-
talking about that.
Sodomy
oh
is
my
technically
gosh.
any
It's
sex
amazing how
that's
the
not
mind can
vaginal.
hear what it
I
wants.
think that's true.
Well,
I'm not up on my vocabulary.
the old-timey definition, yeah, like if you gave a hand job or a blow job, that was sodomy too.
Yeah.
Hey, let's keep it PG here.
But that's not what it means anymore, because language evolves.
Unless you're a hipster.
My choice is Spiral, because I don't even know who the fuck that is.
Oh man, Spiral! I miss Spiral so much.
I had a Spiral action figure for my birthday in the 2nd grade.
Spiral. What was it in the bargain bin? Who the fuck is this? I know like a million.
She works for Mojo, the fat guy in another dimension who is
Okay.
a TV executive.
Yep, I see him there in the picture now.
It was the Street Fighter games that made me give a shit about Spiral. I like the design. She's just been doing a lot of stuff in the comics as of the last couple of years, which is pretty cool.
Marrow, maybe.
Nice,
Rogue,
she's cool.
Sabretooth, all
you pick one?
unnecessary
Did you-
people.
I don't think you have to worry about Marrow coming back. She hasn't
War
been
Machine.
anything since the 90s.
Yeah.
War Machine.
War
all
Machine
these
doesn't
people
have
that
a
are.
chance.
I mean, these are like D-listers on a fucking
Right.
19-character roster. I mean, can't be wasting spaces like this.
So you're getting rid of Spiral?
Spiral, Marrow, Rogue, and War Machine. Yep.
Good
Rogue?
job.
How did that name end up in the list?
Huh.
What the fuck does she even do in a game like this? Come here, sugar.
She
Let me
punches
touch
people.
you while I put your penis in my throat.
Why does she sound like Marge's
What
sister?
the hell?
Well, first of all,
What
the
is
last
this
time
dude
we
Rogue?
were in the game, she
But
could
with
still
more of a
fly and had
Boston
super
accent.
strength.
Sorry, you're right. I didn't do her voice right. Hello, Shug. Come on, Shug. Shug. You like the hole in my throat, Shug?
This is
Why is like
And Gambit's all like, Chérie, mon frère, Cajun, old Remy.
Are we
And
just
she's
making
like,
fun of the Southern
"Sure."
characters now?
I have a question?
Hold on.
Well,
I wear the scarf because it covers up the hole, Shug.
That's actually a pretty good Dr. Girlfriend from Venture Brothers.
I was gonna say, like, why is bus station depot cross-dressing Popeye hitting on a Quebecois guy whose name is probably Jean Charles? Because that's what's going on there, man. I
Well,
don't know what else is
there's
happening
the
there, but-
title of this episode.
You're the one who's typing it in.
I gotta look up how to spell that shit.
Quick, teach him French.
Tim, who's not gonna be in this game? Please.
Shouldn't be in this game.
Other
Yeah,
than
that one. Who shouldn't be in this game?
Well, yeah, Tim had his vote. Tim said Hager. And Cyborg.
Oh, you did
Said
say. Oh,
Fink.
I'm sorry. You did.
I might have said Hager.
You
But
totally
MODOK, I can put
did.
MODOK in there. I don't want to see MODOK back.
No, MODOK sucks.
Yeah, fuck MODOK.
Shadaloo.
Alright, I asked this, didn't I? So I
You
suppose
did.
I do have to answer. Tough
Bison.
choices have been quite a scrubs. I don't particularly want to see Jin come back. From Cyberbots.
really?
Remember that guy? From MVC1?
He's mid tier. I would be actually I'd be kind of psyched if he came back, but I'm all right without him. I definitely don't need Jin, but because Marvel 1 was my jam, I have a lot of good memories of the character.
I just did not care for his playstyle. I think that's what it really comes down to. I
Oh,
just
dude, but
like
his
how he
supers
played.
were sick.
Nice supers, but as a character, blech.
His clothes blew off.
It's not even that. I just found him unwieldy and boring to use.
I mean, I see where you're coming from, but I actually have a soft spot. I like all the Marvel 1 characters, honestly. I think they're all badass. Even Geef. Even Geef was pretty cool. I wouldn't want to see him back.
Well, Geef turned Mecha Geef. That was badass.
Yeah, that's true. and Venom turned into not Carnage, and that was fucking badass, too. It ended up being like one of the best characters in that game.
It looked badass, but like if you jabbed it, it went down like a bitch.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that. Like I liked how it like left like light trails behind it.
Yeah.
It was a really cool effect. Like I appreciate so much all those hidden quasi characters like Shadow Charlie and Shadow Chun-Li, but there was just something fucking off about every single one of them, man.
Charlie.
Like which one was it? I think there was like a gold war machine that couldn't block.
But you couldn't put him in Bloxton either, so you couldn't really, like, combo him. So he was actually pretty, like, legit. He was actually, like, a solid character.
Being fucking weird as hell.
God, Marvel 1 was fantastic. Like, I would say, like, in terms of nostalgia, Marvel Superheroes is still my favorite game. But Marvel 1 competitively was my fucking jam. I loved that game.
Actually, you know what? Shadow Charlie. I want to see Shadow Charlie fucking come back. Because I liked how that guy looked in that mode.
There's also Shadow Chun-Li, too. Don't forget her. And she
I
was
want
really
Sean.
well animated.
I still want Sean. Can I still ask for Sean?
Absolutely. You're
Sure,
not going to
it's a
get him. You can
Capcom
ask.
game. You can have Sean.
Sean.
You're not gonna, but you
I
can.
think it goes kind of without saying, I'll take anyone from 3. Anyone.
Sean.
I
think what you meant to say was, Shug.
Would you leave Rogue alone? What did she ever do to you, man?
Whatever you say, Shug.
You sound like that.
I am what I am.
You sound like a
Remy
lot of
LeBeau.
characters, actually.
You're going to have me one way or not at all.
that heavy smoking middle-aged lady thing. He's got it down.
Yeah, it's an archetype. You got it nailed though. You got that market cornered, bro.
Yeah.
Razor, who shouldn't be in this game, assist wise or any wise? No, not assist wise. I'm sorry. This is just overall.
I mean, if I want to be a troll, my answer is immediately Sentinel.
What? You hate Sentinel too?
I mean, I get it. I absolutely get
A
it.
lot of
Like,
people
I
are
see why
scared of
people
his
don't like
shit.
him.
No, actually, I guess my real answer. I mean, I was thinking of saying Phoenix, but mutants are being downplayed, so it's going to happen anyway. I don't know. Never really liked Tron Bonne.
Dude, come on, man. Dude, they need Serverbot back on top of Tron Bonne.
No, I've the worst. I don't
I'm
want
hearing
that.
Tim defend all of these characters.
I don't understand what you can keep Tron Bonne if you promise no Servbot.
Okay, fair.
I can
I'll take
under-
that.
That's fair. I can understand where Rachel's coming from. She was kind of irritating, but I can't say no to anything that acknowledges that like Mega Man Legends was a thing that existed and brought us joy at one point in our lives. It certainly did for me.
Well, I get like a little salty that there's Mega Man things and then not Mega Man himself.
Oh no,
So
trust me, I get it.
Zero again without Mega Man or X either.
God, that's hard, because Zero is my favorite Mega Man X character, but you're right, you have to have Mega Man X. He's too important, but... Well, Tron was kind of like... she's kind of like Sentinel, honestly. Her legacy comes from just being an extremely good assist. So she was actually very popular tier-wise. I don't remember who said it, but one fighting game player once said that if you drop Tron Bonne into the mix, you make almost any team viable just because you have such a good offensive/defensive assist now. So she was very interesting in that regard. Very important for the tournament side. But like I said, I get it, dude. I didn't like her either when I played Marvel vs. Capcom back in 2000 in the arcades. I didn't like her either. I've come around in that respect.
Well, I
said come
haven't
a lot
been
just
won
then.
over yet, so... that's my pick, Tron Bonne.
And is it just me left? Is that the end?
I believe so.
Cool. Super Skrull can get fucked.
Dude, I like the intonation of how you said that.
Yeah.
It was very talk radio.
Are you gonna defend Super Skrull?
Yes, I'm gonna fucking defend
God damn
Super
it.
Skrull, dude. Super Skrull's fucking badass. He had like one of the coolest command grabs, like the entire franchise. And he's just a badass moveset. His design looks good. Oh god, he did so much fucking damage. He was hype as... Like, he was like the hardest hitting offensive character outside of maybe Nova. Dude, like, no one picked Roll. I mean, fucking if Roll shows up in this game, I'm gonna laugh at all of you assholes.
Okay, yeah, like...
Roll was funny. Roll was a great joke character.
Roll is very unlikely to make it in. Although I will say, like, if they are really, like, fuck the Fox franchises, you do not have to worry about Super Skrull.
I'm pretty sure I don't
guy
have to
with all
anyway.
of the Fantastic Four's powers at a time when they're like, the Fantastic Four are the worst, yeah, he's not coming back.
I would even be okay with fucking Onslaught. That would be alright. Just not Super Skrull.
I mean, he's
Onslaught
canon.
is again that kind of X-Men thing.
Yeah, Onslaught's never good. Well, Onslaught was really just, like, cool for a window of time there. And then he's just not
He's
even a thing
extremely
anymore.
90s.
He's just gone.
I say we try and get Fujin in this game.
Let's do it.
I think Arnim Zola will make it in before Fujin.
Ooh.
I think Arnim Zola would make it in before Fujin if this was a NetherRealm property.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll do, they won't do MODOK, but they'll do Zola. That'll be that same slot.
Look, we're getting Winter Soldier, and you're gonna
He
like
just
it.
stands there, and you get uncomfortable, and then you walk away because Arnim Zola is just freaky to look at.
Has Winter
No,
Soldier ever
actually,
been in one of these games?
Cyborg is very right. I think I think Winter Soldier is going to happen probably.
I will say this, even though I love the character, and especially in the films, I have no desire to see Bucky, like, at all in these games. The idea, it's just, if we're doing the Punisher, I don't necessarily want the Winter Soldier.
It's not just
I like the character,
Punisher.
too. But...
Like, Chris Redfield, too, is basically the same thing as... Because, like, one of them has a cyborg arm and the other can punch a giant boulder. So,
It's asking a
Chris
lot
Redfield.
of Capcom, like, creatively.
I don't pick Chris Redfield because I like the grenade launcher. I pick Chris Redfield because he's a cool dude, and he's a badass.
Is he?
I love the guy.
Is he, though?
he's kind of a Chad.
I've
I can
never...
actually see Winter Soldier being something of a replacement Colossus. Couple of grabs that involve planting explosives and whatnot.
Oh, okay.
Charges with like
Alright.
charges with like the metallic arm. It doesn't have to be all about the guns. It can be, but it doesn't need to be.
Well, no, he has a knife. He does have a knife.
I feel like every gun guy has
He's
a
got
fucking
a
knife.
knife.
He's got a knife. Quick, let's
That
all
was my
dogpile on the
favorite
knife. All right, that was effective. How do you guys feel?
I feel like there was like 15 arguments we had before the show started, and I said, we'll wait, we'll get to this on the show, and I forgot every single one of them.
Don't
They're
talk
all
about
gone.
Final Fantasy 15.
No.
Batman, X-Men, priority.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Well, basically, my response to that was like, the Batman villains don't really have autonomy outside of the context of Batman. That's not true of X-Men characters. Wolverine stands alone as a good character within his own story. His story doesn't work relative to someone else. I mean, it can, but I don't think it needs to.
Wait. Somebody tell me what we're talking about. What's the...
okay.
What's the context here?
So they know
I
why
made a statement. Okay, so I said... when it comes to like Injustice or Marvel vs. Capcom as an equal comparison, you're going to see more Batman representation in terms of you're going to see more Batman characters than any other franchise's characters. Like you'll see 5 or 6 Batman characters versus every other property, which might get 1 or 2.
Sure.
Sometimes 3. X-Men is the same way in Marvel games. They usually get 5 or 6 characters represented, and every other one gets maybe 1 or 2, sometimes 3.
Well,
And I said that's fair because both of those are the leading properties of that brand. Granted, X-Men in this case has probably been superseded by the Avengers, so I would expect more Avengers characters than anything else.
Definitely, that's not true anymore.
The other thing to consider.
But I think it's fair though. Is my point is I think it's okay because you can sit there and say, well, you limit Batman to only 2 representations, and that way you get 2 of each property, like 2 Flash, 2 this, or in Marvel vs. Capcom's sake, you limit something to 2 and you get 2 of this, 2 of that. But I mean, it's never ever going to be equal, is my point.
I just don't think it's a fair analogy between the Batman villains and the X-Men characters. First of all, you're comparing protagonist to antagonist, which I already think creates some sort of divide there. But
not necessarily. It's not just the Batman like villains. Yeah, Joker, Bane. But, I mean, you have Catwoman, you have Batgirl, you have Batman, you have Nightwing. I mean, those are mainly heroes with their own comics. That's why I don't treat it like it's Batman characters, because Nightwing, I don't really... Yeah, he's a Batman character by birth and by origin, but he's now his own thing. Catwoman is her own thing. Harley, in her own way, is her own thing.
I count Dick Grayson. I do not count Harley. The difference is Wolverine was an Avenger. Catwoman was never in the Justice League. Harley was never in the Justice League. But you're right about Dick Grayson. He's a Teen Titan.
Very briefly, had Catwoman on it.
Catwoman is in the Justice League. So.
Well, then I
it was
damn touche.
It was a new 52.
Wrong.
Whoa. Okay, hang on. So the argument here is that Batman and his popularity relative to DC stuff is 1-1 with X-Men and their popularity relative to Marvel?
And, well, not necessarily popularity. I just meant more in terms of the cast of characters of the Batman franchise are more iconic, so therefore you're going to see more of them represented in a DC fighting game or in a DC game in general, much like on the Marvel side. And this is more like going back 10 years ago. We're talking Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Historically, yes.
You're going to see more X-Men characters because those used to be Marvel's bread and butter. Now it's more Avengers, but my point was, back in the day, it's more X-Men and Batman were kind of the leading franchises in terms of the most characters that were iconic overall.
Sure, yeah. Well, and that's why they blended the 2 into Darkclaw, and they were just amazing. This amazing character. It was beautiful.
If I can add something, I mean, you have a good point there that X-Men was for a long time Marvel's biggest franchise, and that does parallel with Batman being DC's biggest. But the other thing is specifically to the Capcom games, they started with a Street Fighter game, and so like every game from then until MVC2, they were reusing assets, and that's why there was way more X-Men on their rosters than otherwise.
And there was also Children of the Atom, too, on top of that.
But starting with MVC3, we saw much less mutants and much more Avengers, more because they were like evening out according to what was popular at the time and weren't reusing any assets at all. Because it was a new
the assets is a good argument.
It's fair, but I mean it goes beyond just that. Look at Marvel Ultimate Alliance. That alone has a ton of mutants, and that's not reusing assets. That's just a ton of X-Men. I'm pretty sure there's majority X-Men characters.
There's way more X-Men that exist than other characters, I think. There's like a billion fucking X-Men.
I guess my comparison makes more sense when you do it by example. I don't think you can compare, say, we'll use Wolverine since he's such an easy example. You can't compare Wolverine to Mr. Freeze in terms of universe relevance. I think in terms of universe relevance, Wolverine or any of the X-Men are way more important than Poison Ivy in their respective universes. That's why I think the analogy doesn't work.
I wouldn't see. I think you can compare Poison Ivy to a character in the X-Men universe in terms of importance. Like, because there's even X-Men that range from A tier, B tier, C tier, D tier in terms of importance. Not every X-Men's equal in importance. You have your Wolverines, you have your Cyclopses. Well, hell, you have your Wolverine and you have your Deadpool, and then everyone else cycles down below, basically, in terms of B, C, and D. I mean, you have your Armor, which is an X-Men character. You have your Magic. You have... I mean, it's not all A tiers in terms of X-Men. You have Juggernaut. You have Mystique, Magneto. Those are all probably A tiers in that regard. You have your Iceman, Nightcrawler, etc., Gambit. So you have a shit ton of A tiers, but then you also have very A-tier Batman characters. You have Batman, you have Joker, you have Harley, you have Bane I'd probably put B tier. You have Nightwing, you have Batgirl, etc. So I mean, Mr. Freeze is like a B or C list villain in that term. So I feel like you're using a lower down the food chain, so to speak, example.
Well, I only use that example because that's who people were asking for. People were asking for Poison Ivy's, Mr. Freeze's, Red Hood. What his popularity is now is debatable, but back then I would say he was not A-list back then. Maybe among comic readers he might
I'd agree
have been.
that.
So that's why I use that comparison.
Right now at this point, maybe lower A.
Yeah, he's B-list, B+, B+, yeah, something like that.
Oh, hello, development. I'm refreshing NeoGAF here.
If we keep going, the story's going to come out.
That was the whole goal. That was the whole goal, is to have it break while we do.
We are going to stay with you guys as long as it takes for this story to unfold.
Fuck sleep. Still, though, we are not airing live.
So the senior producer of Marvel Games just replied to a tweet that said, "I'm so hype, help me, hashtag Capcom Cup 2016 with better bring it." And he also just started following the Marvel vs. Capcom 3 account. Well then.
Somebody has an eagle eye out there. Someone is staying with this story all night.
Yeah.
I think we've all been bamboozled. We're not getting Marvel vs. Capcom 4 or just Marvel vs. Capcom or MCU vs. Capcom. We're getting Super Ultra Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Turbo.
Huh? Turbo.
If that actually happens.
Why didn't I think of Turbo? God damn it. Stupid.
I'm hyped. I mean, maybe.
remix.
I don't know.
I
I'll
am
be
hyped.
in
I'm
5
hyped.
minutes, and after that we'll see how it goes. But
I am cautiously optimistic and worried for Capcom's future. That is all.
Yeah, see that. Every game that's coming out for Capcom is like a big deal because they're not doing so hot. So
they need it.
I want this game to be complete. I want this game to be good, whatever it is, and I want them to not waste billions of dollars on another flop.
That's true.
Billions of dollars.
I think they've got the backing with this game that if they want to if they actually want to make a complete game, they probably could get the money for it. Whereas that may not have been the case with like Sony and Street Fighter V.
Yeah, no, SF5 was definitely made piecemeal because they didn't have enough money in one go.
Disney's like, well, if you guys want more money, I mean, maybe you guys should use Justin Hammer. Justin Hammer, what do you guys say?
I would. Justin Hammer would make it onto my main team.
that's all I got.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't have any more until this announcement happens, and then I'm going to be sad.
Yeah, I mean...
I just tried Googling Justin Hammer, and I'm so tired I started typing Justin Helicopter. I want to go to bed now.
That's my team. Barry Burton and Justin Hammer.
I mean, that'd be sick. I'd watch that Evo.
So...
I'm going
there
for
the night, I guess.
With those two.
I think that's the show. That's gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna get this thing up very quickly so it's relevant, and let's see how wrong we all are.
Yeah, right.
Let's go crazy.
I mean, those are the funnest times though, when it's just completely fucking.
Yeah. Whenever I was like, guys.
All of our videos, the 6 months before MKX came out, that were so sure Fujin was going to be in.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that
I'm telling you,
I bet money, actual money somewhere, that Fujin was going to be in MKX.
They're gonna put a knockoff of Fujin into this game as a joke. They'll call him Jufin.
That sounds really bad.
L'chaim.
Jufin. Oh my god. No, did you actually just say L'chaim? Oh fucking hell.
I think what you meant to say is really vague. We're coming up on Hanukkah. It can be, like, timely, damn it. Strike while the iron is hot.
Yeah, you have 8 whole nights to capitalize on.
I'm gonna pull the plug, so...
I think you should.
You probably should.
You guys have a lovely evening. We'll see you guys in the future.
Good night, everybody.
Excelsior!
L'chaim.
Peace.
Shalom.